Today in this video, we have a little Sonax special. In the past few weeks, we also tested the Sonax plastic sealant. It performed really well. Now the question is, what happens if we compare them with other Sonax products, also in the same application area, meaning protecting plastic in the outdoor area, again, so to speak, also sealing and refreshing the color. How well does it work? I brought 4 items with me, including of course the plastic sealant and various types, as well as a tire gel. Just a little test for me, I brought the tire gel again. Now let's take a look at the tire shine gel that I have with me. You can already see here, these are our 4 candidates, and I want to let them compete against each other on a plastic surface. Now you might say, Sebastian, but that's a tire shine gel. That's a bit unfair. We can just include this for fun and make a 3-way comparison. Here are the 3, but we can also include the tire shine gel purely out of scientific interest. How does such a gel perform on a plastic surface? Additionally, we have the Sonax plastic protectant here for the exterior. Then we have the Sonax plastic detailer for inside and outside. And we also have the ceramic plastic sealant. We compare how it can be applied. How is it in terms of color refreshment? How is it regarding water repellency? How long does the color last? And we have already seen the water repellency here. It has easily lasted a month, if not even longer. But I have now stopped the test because I want to start this comparison again for you. So I think this is going to be a really nice round. I am curious to see how the 4 will perform. The surface we are testing on is exactly this one here at the rear, because the Sonax plastic sealant has already proven itself well, there. What we are going to look at here is the following. We will only focus on a very small area. I will not use the entire rear section here. This has also been completely cleaned with an alkaline pre-cleaner, so we simply have no residues from any other sealants here. We can see that where there is tape, there will be no sealant left on the sides. This means everything has been completely refreshed. This is the original look when everything is clean and nicely washed. But you can see it has become a bit gray, even though it doesn't look too bad considering the car is from 1996 or 1997. So that's actually perfectly fine. But we want to refresh it. We want to bring it back to a nice, vibrant look. And that's why we are focusing on the area from here to here. This will really just be a very small test area, and we have all of them nicely lined up next to each other. And we have the advantage that the sunlight and light are not coming from the side in a way that makes the products look a bit brighter here and a bit darker at the back. Instead, I want everything to be as close together as possible so that we can compare them nicely side by side. So, now compactly edited for you. Simply apply the plastic sealant here on the applicator, spread it a bit, and then wipe it again with a cloth to ensure it is nice and dry. Do the same afterwards with the other products, using the plastic detailer for both inside and outside. I also opened it directly on the applicator here and then spread it a bit and then polished it dry, nicely with a fresh cloth or my fresh cloth's clean side so that nothing can run down. It also works absolutely problem-free with the plastic protectant and the Sonax tire care, because they were a bit gel-like. I applied them side by side directly, so also in terms of order. So here we have Sonax plastic protectant, and next to it the tire shine gel. And then I polished the plastic protectant again, and you can now see the tire shine gel here. So I mixed up the order a bit, because they were quite gel-like, but it worked well. And now let's take a look at how the results look. I am just as excited as you are. All 4 areas. I believe there will be differences here. There will definitely be differences here. All 4 areas are addressed. Even though it has run a bit down the tape, we still have clear differences. And now I'm curious to see if we can notice a strong difference here at the start. I will arrange them all in the correct order down here, and then we will take a look at the 4 in comparison. Yes, and this is how it looks now. I can of course take another look at this a bit off camera now. I'm also looking at the screen here with you to see if it looks the same for you. So, from the pure color refreshment, right here immediately after application without any curing times, I find that in terms of color depth, and because it simply brings a shine, which is also what the tire shine gel does, I think the color refreshment here with the tire gel is the strongest. Now I will move a bit closer. Also again in different positions depending on how the sun reflects. Therefore you definitely need to move the camera a bit for this. The differences are not very strong. Now the question is whether it comes across the same way for you. For me, the Sonax plastic protectant 2001 and the tire shine gel shine the most. Then comes the plastic detailer, and the Sonax plastic or Sonax ceramic plastic sealants are the same for me. This is now the problem. You see it a bit differently. Then I do live without the camera. And when I look at the screen, I will also try to film everything in the shade again, completely in the shade. You can write that down below. I find surface number 4 on the far right to be the strongest and darkest, but it also shines the most when the sun comes out. Now, film the sun behind the clouds. A little further down. Now the sun is coming out slightly again. Now I'm casting a bit of shadow on it. That's why I'm trying to move back and forth a lot here, so you can see it from different angles. And then decide for yourselves which color refreshment you like best. So now I'm adding a bit of shadow again. Now I'm coming back out. So feel free to write it down for me below. I really can't decide yet. It's really difficult to say which of the four has the nicest look. Look at the plastic protectant. When the sun is shining down on it, it's almost the brightest one. And the Sonax Tire Shine Gel that we have here, 2001, is really, really strong in reflecting. But it really always depends on which position you go up with the camera. So feel free to write it down in the comments below. Sissy, what is your favorite? Share your ranking with me. First place, second place, third place, fourth place, based on what Andreas always calls the initial look. I am really curious about this. I will let it cure for about 4 to 5 hours now, and then we will take a look at the beading behavior, and from there we can draw an initial final conclusion. Here we go. Spray bottle ready, and we are spraying a bit, from a distance onto the surfaces. So, now take a look at what hydrophobia we have achieved here. And here it must be clearly stated that the differences are indeed quite noticeable. So here we have the plastic detailer for inside and outside. It only has a pure color refreshing effect. We are now practically simulating a rain shower. And as you can see here, the repellent behavior is actually just like that of an unsealed surface. Let's take a very close look here. Then we have this variant, and it looks quite clear. So here, 2001, just as we are used to. Let's take a look here. And let's take a look here. So I like the edge areas here and over there the best. Very, very nice. Next comes surface number 3 and then surface number 4 regarding the hydrophobic property. So here, first place is actually almost the same, or maybe first place is just slightly ahead of second and third place. So, after the coughing, you can actually see quite well that the tire shine gel is still looking very, very nice. Here, the plastic protectant has not held up as well, in my opinion. However, it could also be due to the angle of light. We will just take a look at this. And here, candidate number 1 has really held up very, very well. So, we will just see how this develops further. Now I'm really curious to see how the products perform here. I'm just as surprised as you are. I will keep you updated. I will tell you exactly how far we have driven and how much time has passed. And of course, I will take you along for every wash and will also put it under some chemical stress. But for now, let's leave it on for a few days so we can better crystallize the differences. Thank you for watching, guys. Until the next video, I'm available anytime on WhatsApp, and you can, as I said, write down your favorites below. What do you like best? Bye, guys.